So we're recording this. Okay. So we want to welcome you to today's training. Again, we're very, very excited about a new thing that's just been launched. We're going to talk about some different promotions, some new things, new training that's going to be coming on. But we want to share some stuff from our heart because, again, I told Med, I said, we're doing this meeting, the opportunity today. I said, I want to make sure that we do a training afterwards for all the amazing people on our team. We're recording this specifically because we want to share something very, very powerful with you. Because again, there's a lot of great things that are going on. So hopefully you got a piece of paper and a pen because you want to take some notes, talk about some other things, because I'm going to challenge you to write some things down today. I really want you to think about something. We've been trained by people that think at a different level. And once again, we're running with people that think at a different level and are building teams around the world. And we're super excited to be partnered with them. And they're teaching us how to think big. You know, once again, when you talk about expansion of your mind, it's pretty amazing what can happen here. So let me go back here and let me do this, share it first here. Now I'm going to go back here. Whoops, reduce this down. Go back here. So I want to talk about this real quick, and I'm going to go back because there we go. Oh, I want to share this before. So one thing we want to let you know too is that the very first thing is there's weekly meetings that are going on. They're even doubling up on Mondays, and they don't have this on here yet, but it's from Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern and even 10 p.m. Eastern. Our team, the This Is It team, is doing these different training meetings all the time. So Monday at 8 p.m. they're doing this, and also at 10 p.m. for people on the West Coast of the United States, or people that are on the other side of the world that say, hey, I can't do a certain time meeting. I might be able to do this, some other time. Wednesday, they're doing 8 p.m. also, and Friday at noon. So Mena and I also, and I need to put this in the next slide, is we're doing also meetings on Monday at 12, and then we're going to be doing some other meetings too.
No, Monday at...
Yeah, at 12.
Monday.
Oh, we do one.
At 1 p.m. Eastern Standard. Yes. For those of you who usually get on 7 o'clock South African time. So that will still happen. Mm-hmm. And just tie in wherever you can, mm-hmm. and tie your friends and your mm-hmm. family in wherever, on whatever time zone, okay? Because if you're missing a meeting, you're going to be able to get the recording. If you subscribe to This Is It team on YouTube, you will get the recording. Okay. Mm-hmm. So we will communicate with everyone, make sure everyone's on the same page. We don't want anyone to miss out.
Yep. And the Spanish meetings are doing here. Again, there's a lot of meetings going on around the world. They're doing meetings. Mike and Saya Hernandez are going to be doing a meeting next week in Australia. And we're going to talk about more of that on Monday. So for those who want to tie into that meeting, or people that know people in Australia and or New Zealand. Yeah.
UK, also UK. Yes. UK, they're having a meeting. So Carlos and Faye. Mm-hmm. And your team in UK.
And that's why we want to stay tied in, because every week they talk about different meetings that are going on. So on Monday, they're going to be talking about all these different launch events and different meetings that they're doing around the world. You want to tie into these meetings. We're on every Monday, every Wednesday, every Friday. We don't tie into Thursday because no habla español, muy poquito. So again, we don't speak Spanish. But next Saturday, they're going to have a team training. The reason we said we'll do a team training today, or teaching as they call it, is because they didn't have one. So I said, in the absence of that, we are going to do one for our team. So today we're going to talk about a little bit more. Oh, here we go. So this is another opportunity. So we have another one inserted in there. So we got the Monday meeting at 8 and 10, and then next Tuesday, get new people on the meeting on Tuesday. Why do we say that? Because this is going to be an additional meeting that we're going to do, because there's not a Tuesday meeting. So we said, hey, let's fill this spot. We'll do ones on Thursdays if we need to, other days, whatever it is, but we want to get people on there. It's not just for us to attend, but to get the new people on there, to get new people, if that makes sense. And the same link that's on this meeting right now is that one actually coming up on Tuesday. So one thing that we just announced, because they just announced this the other day, is that actually there's two things that are going on. Did I put this in here? I did not put this in here. So let me back up real quick. The very first thing, this is a convention. They're doing a virtual convention on January 13th to launch the year. They're going to be kicking this off in a big way. So if you just jumped on, you may have heard of this, may not have heard this, but again, this convention is going to be powerful. To me, the interesting part about this is that when you talk about leaders that are leading, it changes all the time. So there's always new things that people are doing, things they're doing to enhance people's business, do different stuff. The part that I love about this, like I mentioned before, is that we have one product. Once again, we got the X39 product. We have one system that we have, which is basically this is it, the training system that we have, which is Build 331. And then we have, one tool that we have, which is This Is It info.com. So that's all we have. Very simple. It's very, very simple. So how do we get people to engage and get involved with this? We want to get them in front of the leaders as much as we possibly can. There's a lot of leaders on this meeting right now. We want to have your people get you in front of your leaders, get them in front of us, get in front of Steve, Gina, for Ken and Diana, all the different people that we're working with. But you want to definitely get this. So pull out your phone. Scan this right now. Scan the little QR code there, and that's going to give you that information. What we're doing with everybody who gets started, when we're getting them registered in the business, and we recommend doing the same thing, we're going to say, great, we're going to get you started in the product. Once again, the one product. We're going to get you started in, once again, having access to the website, which is the one tool that we use. But we're also going to get you in the system. So we're also going to sign you up for this convention because you need to be at this convention. So again, you're not going to be at that. You're going to be in the convention, basically watching the convention because it's virtual. We're recommending everybody fill your house, fill a room, get a bunch of people together. Don't just sit there alone and watch it together with a bunch of people. It's going to be recorded for those who are going to be on the other side of the world. I'm probably going to be staying up all night with it because we're even talking about putting together a chat and sharing with people as this is moving forward with stuff like that. So the next thing is the Mexico trip. This is something they just announced yesterday. So those who are running for the business, or they want to run for senior director, they're giving an incentive trip for free. 3-night stay at an all-inclusive resort in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. I don't have the information on the resort yet, but last night I was up late looking at all these resorts in Puerto Vallarta, and I'm like, this is going to be amazing. So all the leaders, and there's different things that you're going to learn. So you're going to pull out your phone and scan this, because you got to register for this first. So you register for it so that they want to know what qualification you're at right now. You could be a manager, you could be a director. In order to basically get the qualifications to senior director, you want to basically see where you're at right now, put in your shirt size, because you're going to get a shirt, and when you qualify everything else. So they really want people to engage with this, because we have 90-day run to qualify for this. People say, well, what's the qualifications? You can go on the website and look at that, but here, whoops, back forward.
And if you say, I'm in, I want to do this.
Yes.
We will help you.
Yes.
Get there.
Yes.
So reach out to us. Don't think that it's not for you. It's possible. It's possible. So we are here to help. You tell us what we'll look to see where you're at, and we will set different goals with you to help you get to the event. Yep.
So the very first goal you want to do is buy the ticket to This Is It, because you have to be at that event in order to qualify for this trip. Again, when I looked at the places that they're staying, it looks like a minimum of the $500 to $600 a night. So this is a pretty good, anywhere from $1,500 to $2,000 incentive trip. It's pretty phenomenal. The second thing is you have to have 8 personals attend This Is It in January. This is why we're training people. You want to get people to buy a ticket right away. Get a ticket right away. They've already set up, they're already got in a calendar, they already got blocked out, because things happen. Once again, people say, well, I'm not available that day. Clear the calendar, be available that day. You want to be on that event.
And personals is the person that you have sponsored in the business.
Not underneath you, could be other people underneath you. Personal.
You know who you've sponsored in the business. If you don't yet have 8 personals, you can do it.
Yeah. Absolutely. And so what's interesting is that we're working with a lot of leaders in depth. Those don't count for us because they're not our personal. So our personal people that we personally sponsored need to be on there. Once again, the next part to this is 15,000 points in 30-day personal group volume. We're not going to go through this today, but again, this is a thing that happens as you're building teams of people and you got all these legs happening. It tracks on your back office how many points that you have. So I always say go to the back office. You can actually push it out to what's considered an executive, and it'll show you how many points are basically qualifying for the senior director. You got to have at least 10,000 points to be a senior director anyway. And this is on a once again. For a monthly, so for a 30-day amount. So if you're going to be senior director, chances are you're going to be, we don't have anybody say senior director that's at least 10,000 points.
Yeah.
So they're asking people to stretch a little bit more, build a bigger organization. No more than 10,000 points can be from one leg. So you can't have all these points in one leg. So if you say, hey, my right leg is cranking, I got hardly anything in the left leg, you want to build 2 strong legs. That's what we have. We literally have probably a 55-45 legs. I mean, we're almost a 50-50 for the volume and the teams that we have. And that's what you want. Steve and Gina said the same thing. So what you want to continue doing is if you have all these people underneath you on the right, you're going to want to put a bunch of people on the left. And so for people who say, well, I don't know where my volume is at, we can help you with that. We can coach you through that. It's simple. I just want to go through this. You need to be making at least $1,000 a week. So think about that. That's not a bad thing. When you're a senior director, you're probably going to be making more than that, obviously, probably $1,500, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 a week.
$4,000 a month.
$4,000 a month. So multiply that times your currency. So if it's the rands, figure that's, what is it, 80,000 a month?
Close to
80,000 a month. Close to that.
80,000.
And once again, you had to hold the above statuses for 2 consecutive weeks. So the real qualification comes in 2 weeks prior to the end of the contest. So it ends on the 21st. I'm telling people you want to actually be starting qualification for this at the first of the year, January 1st. So keep that in mind, because you got to stay qualified for that for at least 2 weeks. So let's have everything qualified before the end of the year. So you've got all the qualifications in, you've got the points, you got everything else, and you can hold that qualification for that period of time.
Which means a strong left and a strong right leg.
And I'm telling you right now, if you're willing to work and willing to share this with people, I don't care where you're at. If you signed up yesterday, you can qualify for this trip. And we're going to explain how simple it really is. So the very first thing that you want to do, again, is you have to, once again, be a manager and above. So you have to be at the gold level and above. So you got to be at the gold level and above. So if you're silver now, you're going to want to upgrade to gold to be at that level. The second thing you have to be is basically on 2-sleeve auto ship. So meaning that you basically have to be the business builder and above, which is gold and above, and 2-sleeve auto ship in order to qualify to be a manager, director, senior director. So if you say, well, I'm not a gold right now, I'm a bronze or I'm a silver or whatever, great. Let's get you upgraded. Or if you say, I'm already doing auto ship on my stuff right now, say you're a silver and you have 2-sleeve auto ship, let's basically upgrade you to gold just before your auto ship happens and push your auto ship back 1 month. It's the same difference. It's the same cost, same everything. So think about different creative ways you can do. Say, what can I do? Because as soon as you say, how can I? That's what the door opens up. So what you want to do is, once again, be at the gold level, get everybody on the gold level above, and basically in 2-sleeve auto ship. And set goals for how many people you want to have there. Who would you like to have on the trip with you? Who do you want to be in this? Because just think about this. Imagine you having, I don't know, 5 other couples with you, right? It could be singles or couples with you on that trip, and they're all senior directors. What do you think your volume is going to be in your business? It's going to be through the roof, right? And so we're looking at a pretty hairy, audacious number that we want to have people on there on this trip with us. And it's going to be a whole lot of fun when we have the biggest team there with Steve and Gina. So how we do this, the very first thing we're going to do in the first 30 days is we are literally going to help people go manager. We want to help people do this in the first week, right? It's not very difficult. It's the same thing if I said, hey, tell you what, I'm going to give you $10,000 if you can get this done between now and next Saturday. How many of you say $10,000? I'll take that. If it's not big enough, I'll give you $100,000, right? If the dream isn't big enough, you're not going to do something. So act as if, because we're not going to do that, but I'm act as if I had $100,000 in a bank account that I'd just sweep over to you once you get this manager done. If I told you you had to get the senior director done in a week, you could probably do that within a week to make $100,000. It's a mental thought of what it takes. So once again, think about it saying, okay, what can I do over the next 30 days to basically get this done? All we got to do is expose this to people. And what happens, you put 2 silvers above on the right, 2 silvers above on the left. You can get this done this weekend if you're really focused on it. If you said, who are the people who I'm putting down lists, I could show you my names list. It's pretty huge. So once again, we're helping people do this. So get us engaged, but just do it. Just call people, reach out to people, let them know about an amazing technology that's changed your life. And this can help them, because you don't know who is on the other end of the phone and who they know and who they know, that this is going to impact their lives, that their whole life's going to be changed, just like we've been changing people's lives just by referring to other people. It's so cool. So in 60 days, once again, what are we going to do? Help you go director. Again, what that means is we're just going to help people become a manager on the right, manager on the left. We've broken to a ton of different directors. We're very excited about that. So now what do we do by helping people to become a director? We help them bring directors. And so they help directors. And the interesting part about this too is that you don't have to have directors on one side, one on the right and left. You can have actually 2 directors on the same side, but you want to be weighted anyway. You'd like to have, obviously, ideally, directors on both sides. Balanced legs. Yes, because that's how you really maximize, the commission. So 30 days, get this done. This is the focus. This is really the focus. You doing this and everybody on your team doing this.
And if you're already a manager, let's help you get director done.
Yep, exactly.
And honestly, let's get it done this month. I mean,
a
lot of you
we got halfway through the month.
A lot of you are so close to director. And those of you who are director, senior director, and I need to specify this for Europe and for South Africa.
Oh, yes.
You guys have that promo money on the table. Some of you have already picked up the money and you know who you are.
Yep.
and there are those of you who have more money that's you.
So this is only for Europe.
So
people that are part of Europe and part of Canada. So if you're in Europe and Canada, by getting senior director done, it ends November 5th. So actually, November 6th for Europe. So basically, so when you think about, once again, 7 a.m. by November 6th, so figure you want to be done. I have no idea who's at a house. You want to go check real quick?
I think they put a package down.
Okay, go ahead. So anyway, so what's interesting is that you can make, as a senior, imagine between now and then running your once again, and they will give you $1,000. It's not just hearsay. They will give you $1,000. We're going senior director, because that's, again, we want to help people just get manager done, director done, senior director done. You've got literally about 3 weeks to get that done. This is a package. Sweetie. Okay, sorry. Anyways. This is being recorded. Anyway, so what's cool about this, again, is to take advantage of this. Now, I have people in the US saying, well, why don't they have a promotion for us? They may open a promotion. I hope they do. I really hope we hear something today or tomorrow that they're doing something like this for us too. So going back to this, so again, the 90-day goal for senior director, we're going to get a free trip with this. So I'm going to get a sombrero, I'm going to get the maracas, and we're going to start celebrating with everybody as they start qualifying for this. So it's going to be very, very fun. So again, what I want to make sure people understand, because we're putting this in here so that this gets us from step 8 on build331.com, how you can seriously make some big money. We're going to talk a little bit about your dreams and your goals today. So if you say, I want to make an extra $1,000 a week, how do you do this? You build teams of people, because what also happens is every time you register somebody, you get a bonus. You get a 15 or a 50 or 100 or whatever. We have a lot of people that have actually upgraded Diamond, and basically they're part of a fast track where instead of getting a $200 bonus when they sign up another Diamond, they get $500. I don't like leaving money on the table. If I can do that, what they're really doing is anyone at the senior director level, actually, if you're already here at the senior director, you're paid that out, whether it's after 90 days or not. As soon as you're at the senior director level and above, you're paid out. Every Diamond you sign up, you get $500. Every Platinum you sign up, you get $300. The difference on this too is if you got a Gold on your team that's underneath you that signs up a Diamond, they get $200. Where do you think that extra $300 goes? It goes to the next Diamond in line. So if you're a Diamond or senior director, it goes directly to the senior director. So we had Mike and Sayer Hernandez going, why are we getting all these $300 bonuses for? They didn't even realize that was part of the incentive when they first got started. I'm like, that's a kind of a cool thing. We've gotten a lot of $300 bonuses. A lot of times I go back to people say, you don't want us to just, we want you to earn that $300 bonus. So hopefully you understand also at the Diamond level, you're in 3 months auto ship. Okay. So one thing that you want to think about is that when you're on 3 months auto ship, so if people get started today as a Diamond in October, what happens is that you're covered for October, November, and December for being qualified, basically active. So your next time you got to purchase product is by the 14th of January. I love that idea because, again, it's like an additional savings above and beyond that, because otherwise you're paying $200 a month. You're already front loading it, but they're giving you credit for it for the next several months. So there's advantages to that. So if some people say, well, I'm a Gold right now, I want to upgrade to Diamond, it usually makes sense as soon as someone says they want to do Diamond, because you get that $300 extra money, plus you actually get 2 more months of auto ship there. Basically, you're getting points for that too, which saves you additional $400 from that standpoint. So it's a $700 differential. So the next thing, again, is we want to help people go senior director. Why? Because you can make up to $3,500 per week. Now, if you like the idea of $1,000 a week, how would you like the idea of $3,500 a week? Now, this is just from this. The part that people don't understand is you make a lot more than $3,500 a week because you're maxed out here, but you're making money here for registering people. And then the second part to that is you also get paid at these bonuses here. So a lot of those people doing that, they're making over $5,000 a week. How would you like to be making $20,000 a month starting at the beginning of the year? This is how you do it. We're giving you we're showing you, because Steve and Gina have mapped they've literally said, this is what it is. This is the kind of income you can receive. This is what you're looking at by just doing very, very simple things and getting people involved. Did you want to say something? Okay. So again, for those of you, once again, through November 5th, basically morning of November 6th. So figure through November 5th, you basically take advantage of these bonuses for those that are in Europe. So if you're in Europe, say, yes, I want to take advantage. I want to take advantage of this. Let's help you get director done and senior director. So if you weren't a manager yet and you said, I want to be, you get the 100, the 300, and the 1,000. We got people that are already managers that if you get director, you get the 300, and we can help you get the 1,000s. That's $1,300 in your pocket. That's kind of good. That's good Christmas money, right? To buy yourself something nice or buy something for there you go. For Mexico. There you go. And we're gonna start researching airfares too. So we're gonna find some really good deals. So the vision here long term is 20/20 vision. So the 20/20 vision is 20 personals on your right leg, 20 personals on your left leg. That's where Steve and Gina said, don't just keep on loading everybody on one leg because you got a big left leg or you got a big right leg. Or you want to still put people on the right, put people left, put people right, people left, people right, people left. That's it. It's like a teeter-totter. You right, left, right, left, right, left. Now, if there's a relationship with people, put them all underneath each other because they all benefit and it feeds that. Because what it does, it keeps peace. Because if you got a friend here and their best friend you put over here, they're gonna be fighting over all their friends. Wait a minute, no, I'm putting them in, put them underneath each other and they're all benefiting. So what happens, this is your focus for the next 90 days, 20 right, 20 left. Some people go, that seems like a lot of people. It's really not. And if you're doing 3, 3, 1 every day.
Yeah, so that is the focus. So if you have already done 20 on your left and 20 on your right, then start again.
Yes.
And keep doing that. You're going to get an explosion.
Yes.
The minute someone comes in and they like, I'm in, I'm talking to everybody, and it starts exploding at the bottom, you get the fire going up. And honestly, we've seen it happen already. There's an explosion that is happening in one of the teams that really was kind of doing okay. All of a sudden, somebody came in and whoops, now everybody's ranking. So we want that to happen for all of you, because that's what it takes. It's 20 personals on the left, 20 personals on the right, but you can do it.
Absolutely. So the one thing that I'm going to recommend on This Is It Team YouTube channel, there's a video on there that basically has Steve Merritt talking about 30-day goal for manager, 30-day, 60-day goal for director, 90-day goal for. Watch that video. Get people to watch that video. We're going to have this posted on my YouTube channel, so people are going to be able to watch this video. Send this to them so they can get excited and understand how this works. And they go, Mexico, yes, I want to be part of, I want a free trip to Mexico. To me, you can get more things going by people just saying, I want a free trip, because they can earn that trip by basically producing, a team of people that actually helps them get financially independent. Not a bad thing, right? So once again, you want to watch this. I'm not going to play it. I could play it, but I'm not going to. So what I want to do, though, is I'm going to shift, because I want you to start thinking of something, because we have something so powerful that a lot of people need. And what we're doing is we're talking to people. We want people to understand there's different ways to make money. This comes from the book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, the second book called The Cash Flow Quadrant. The Cash Flow Quadrant is such a powerful book. We recommend it to everybody because it talks more about thinking in a mentality of being a business owner. So Robert Kiyosaki talks about this. He said that 95% of the people in the population are employees working for someone else or self-employed. He said the most people typically that are employees, they say, hey, I'm working for a landscaper. I think I can do this myself. And they starting their own business. 95% of the people here. 5% of people are business owners, and 5% are business owners and investors. The crazy part about this is that 95% of the wealth of the world is from business owners and investors, and basically 5% is from employees and self-employed. Why is that? Because over here, you're exchanging time for money. You work, you get paid. You work, you get paid. You stop working, you stop getting paid. Over here, you have time and money duplication. This is where we're in. We're duplicating our time with all the people we're bringing in, who bring people in. We wake up every morning, there's more money in our wallet, which gets paid out every Wednesday, every single day. Every day. But we had to put effort into it. It's the same thing. It's not just going to be handed to you. Well, a lot of people, they look in their back office. They're like going, oh, I got a couple extra people. Where's the money? Where's the money? You got to build it. And as you build it, things start happening.
Solid foundation.
Yes, creating solid foundation. So we tell people all the time is that the number one thing that people do is they're working a job. Well, I want to get out of here. So they start going down here. And Robert Kiyosaki said, that's not smart. He said, better is to keep doing what you're doing and develop something over here on the side. This is a B business. What we're doing today is teaching people how to own a business that actually duplicates whether they do something or not. So we got people getting in our business today, even though we're not talking to them, because we talk to people who talk to people. So one thing that Robert Kiyosaki talked about, he said, think about a Subway franchise. A Subway franchise, it costs basically $250,000 typically to start a sub. Now, but those of you that might not know a Subway franchise, they make submarine sandwiches. So think about think of a sandwich franchise. There might be other ones, but it's a $250,000 minimum to get one started. But they make about $50,000 a year to the owner. So if you're self-employed or you're employee, say, I want to own my own business, I'm going to start a Subway franchise. What happens here is that you buy one for $250,000, you're making less than what you're making here. Say you're an employee, you're making $100,000. You say, well, I need to do that. So I can invest $500,000 to basically own 2 Subway franchises. And he said, are you truly a business owner? He said, you're not. Because you're typically involved in another day. You're going from A to B to B to A. You're basically shuffling between two different ones. He said, but what if you develop the third, fourth, fifth, sixth? You know, I got 10 of them. Imagine having 10 Subway franchises. Now that's a lot of money. It's a $500,000. Sorry, that's a lot more. $2.5 million worth of investment, but you're making, in this case, $500,000 a year. What mention if you hired someone to run those for you, paying him $100,000, you're now making $400,000 a year. You now have time and money. What if you didn't have to do the investment? What if you had to invest, I don't know, $200 a month and build teams of people that could pay you 10 times that, 100 times that, 1,000 times that per week? Think about that for a second. I want you to understand what we're talking about here. So once again, the way of the wealthy is owning business, putting into investment, taking the investment, putting into business. That's what we're doing on a regular basis now, because we're eliminating this part here. We're saying we're no longer over here. We're hopping over this side, and this is what we're doing daily. So what everybody has is they've got dreams. You got goals. You got things you want to accomplish. The thing is, what happens is that in order for you to accomplish your income, you got your income circle here that you're making. And then you get your dreams outside of that. So what we tell people all the time is say, instead of expanding or basically reducing down your dreams to meet your means, why don't you increase your means to accomplish your dreams? So what if you took the side to things that you're doing on the side, sharing with people, talking to people, and now you can start having the nice house, the car, the travel, the free time to do what you want to do. Think about that for a second. What you do is you set goals, you set a target of what's it going to take to accomplish my dreams. I know a lot of people we talk to, their dream is to be financially independent. They don't want to work a job anymore. Other people say, I want to pay off debt, or I just want to make an extra, whatever it is. When do you want to accomplish that by? If you say, hey, I want to become financially independent within the next 6, 12, 18 months, set a time on that. Let us know what that is. And we'll show you exactly what it's going to take, how to do that. We've got numbers that show you exactly how many people you need in your team and how much money you're going to make. When you set the target per year, you say, this is where I want to get. Guess what starts happening? You start accomplishing your dreams. So for us, my number one dream is financial independence. I tell people about that. I want to be financially free. I'm still working a job right now. And I'm really right now, we don't have to work the job, but I'm basically creating freedom right now, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So the other thing is, you have to have a team. We can't do this without people.
Yep.
And sorry, sorry, my phone.
Yes.
So you have to, this is where we bring the people.
Mm-hmm.
If we are on here on our own every week without team members, without people that we're speaking to, sorry, my Zoom got kicked out.
Yeah.
We're pretty much just a one-man show.
Yep.
We're learning all of this, but it's coming to us and we're not able to share it with other people. We have to have 10, 15, 20 people. And Steve Merritt says that on the training. He says to us, if you want a big business, make sure you got 10 of your people on the Saturday training. Make sure you have 15, make sure you have 20. The more people you bring to these meetings, the bigger your business grows.
Yep.
And that's when you can have these dreams that are outside of your income.
Yep.
That's when that's going to start happening. But if you're here and you just keep coming, and the people that are part of your team are not here with you, they're not learning, they're not growing. When you go, you grow.
Yep.
And we made a decision when we got involved. I told Greg, I said to him, I'm not getting involved in anything if we're not in 100%.
Yep.
So we made a decision. We do not miss any meetings. We do not stay away. And if for whatever reason we just cannot because we double booked or something, we make sure we get the recording.
Mm-hmm.
We make sure of that.
Yep.
And every day we wake up knowing what is it that we're going to do today that is going to take our business to another level.
Yes.
Just another, even if it's small, what is it that we're doing today?
Yeah.
And they made it simple for us. They gave it to us. It's the system. 3-3-1. We don't even have to reinvent that. It's given.
You just need to duplicate it.
It's a system. And we need to share that with the people that are serious about their dreams.
Yes.
If today you say, I'm serious, I have a goal, I need to get out of debt, this is my date, or I want to take my family on a vacation, even if it's a 4-day vacation, this is my date. How much do you need to get that done?
Yeah.
And then let's work the plan.
Yes.
Let's make the plan work for you. So we're excited. We know everyone has dreams. We know you all have dreams. But let's not leave them on the wall, or let's not leave them, you know, in pictures.
And I can share some things with you guys.
Let's be the picture.
Yes. So
let's be
so my wife hasn't seen this yet, but I've included some us in some of these pictures. So one thing that Steve Mayer said yesterday, he said to make $1,500 a week, that's $6,000 a month. He said you have to have 65 people on the Zoom. 65 people. So 65 people on the Zoom on Saturdays for the Saturday trainings. That's what you want to do. So if you say, I want to make $6,000, I want to make $1,500, a week, that's what it's going to take. And we're talking about consistent, ongoing, growing, and everything else. And that's what the thing we're going to talk about. So what I want you to think about is, what is your dream? And I want you to think about a dream board. Think about it, because on my computer, I've got pictures on my computer. I got pictures on my phone. I got pictures. I mean, this is one thing that I tell people when I turn my phone on. I don't know if you can see this or not. That's a picture of us, and it's a senior presidential director. I made that slide specifically so that literally when I look at my phone every day, it reminds me that we're going to be senior presidential directors. Are we there yet? Physically? No, mentally we're there. We're already senior presidential directors. What does that mean for a lot of people? That's like $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 a week. Think about that for a minute. You're talking about massive income. Our whole goal is literally pretty large to be able to do things we want to do. So the thing is that my mentor's mentor said this specifically, and I've coined this phrase, and I say it all the time. Your drive is derived by your dream and your belief that you can have that dream. I'm going to say that again. Your drive is derived. So if you want to be driven, it's driven by your dream. Your drive is derived by your dream and your belief that you can have that dream. Once you believe that you can have it, then you can achieve it. This is a picture of 5:15 in the morning. I'm looking at the Drakensberg Mountains. I got up early in the morning because I saw pictures of the mountains when the sunrise was hitting it. I said, I want to get a picture of this. I got out in the morning, it was perfect. Literally, I took that picture at 5:15 in the morning because I saw pictures of it. And I said, I want to have that picture of myself. And I experienced that moment. We've been back there since, and we're going back again this year. So it's amazing the places that you can go. Sorry, go ahead.
So just about the things that you think about, okay?
Move this out of the way.
Because you move in the direction of the things that you think about. If you're constantly thinking about, oh, it's such a drag, and work, and debt, and all of those things, you're going to stay where you're at. But if you have a dream, and you have a mechanism to get there, and you keep these dreams in front of you, it's amazing how you actually get what you think of. You actually get the things that you think of. And it's a biblical principle.
It is.
The Bible says to think on things that are above, pure, of good report, holy. I mean, if what's in our mind drops in our hearts, comes out of our mouth, and then that takes us to our destination. So that's why the Steve and Gina are recommending read hung by the tongue. If you catch yourself saying something that you don't want, take it back. Take it back. And if you and say the things that you do want. It's a biblical principle. Speak those things that are not as though they are.
Yes.
As though they are. And you will begin to move in that direction. But faith without works, we can have all the faith that we want, but then there's the action steps, and we've spoken about that. So it's definitely, I mean, the one product which we have the tool, we have the system.
Yep.
We have one system, one tool, and one product. Yep. Simple.
So one thing that I always find pictures that inspire me, these pictures inspire me. And again, some people don't like cars or whatever. I'm a car guy. I love cars. I love the idea of travel. I love to have my wife go shopping like this anytime that she wants to. I love Paris. So I booked my flight. Mena's going to be flying to South Africa, but I'm going down to Miami to fly from Miami so I can spend the whole day in Paris before I go to South Africa. Why? Because I love travel. I love to be able to do that. Some people love the idea of just be able to sit and to lay in a hammock in a tropical place, especially during the winter time. We got it here. It's kind of nice. So let me go here. So the other parts we think about is that what about the idea of being debt free, job free, stress free? So I've got I think covering this up. So what is it going to feel like? Now, again, what is job free and stress free? I don't know if these are the best representation of it, but it's great pictures when you think about being debt free, job free, stress free, what it would look like. And I'm like, hello, my name is debt free, right? That's what we like. The other part of that is you think about, what about spending time with your friends and family? Some people want, again, if you live in a nice climate and you say, I want to visit the snow, I'll go visit the snow. If you would live in the snow, what if you just spending time with the family in the snow? Spending time with friends, going out to eat, spending time walking. I love going to the beach. This is us. My daughter wanted to go out west, so we planned a trip. This is the Grand Canyon. So it was actually my daughter Isabella and her soon-to-be husband Anton Lily, with my wife and I looking up, spending time going here. And we spent time in Sedona and spent time in oh my gosh, what's the name of the lake there again? But all these amazing Lake Tahoe. It's just amazing places. When you like adventure, some people say, I like adventure, I like to travel, I like to do different things. Some people's idea of adventure is just going hiking. Some people's idea of adventure is jumping out of a plane. Some people are like, man, I love to go on the zip line. That looks cool to me. I'd love to be able to do that. Going camping, doing the things you want to do. Some people's idea of adventure, this is my wife's idea of adventure, like at a beautiful resort, overlooking a beautiful place, maybe looking at mountains and stuff like that. With a good book. With a good book. There you go. Yes. So other people like the idea of travel. So this is Mena when she was in Dubai. This is us from Paris. We actually brought in 2019 when we were in Paris, actually there. And we went to Zermatt, Switzerland. We went to obviously see this is before Notre Dame burned. We've been there actually about 4 or 5 times. This is Cape Town, South Africa, amazing place. One place I haven't been yet is Hawaii. I've always wanted to go to Hawaii. So I put a picture there because I want to go to Hawaii. But we flew to Paris on the way to South Africa or on the way back. Same thing in Dubai, same thing with other places and stuff like that. So we think about, what about other places? Would you like to stay at some high-end resorts? Would you like to maybe go to Africa, see a safari? What about taking a cruise? We're so close to cruise ports here. We can take a cruise as much as we want to, or see some amazing places like the Louvre in Paris, France. Different places like that. What about even if you're sports fans? Would you like the idea of going to maybe a Super Bowl or seeing the Daytona 500? Or for those of you like rugby in different countries, go to the what do they call it?
World Cup.
The World Cup, right? Or go to do they call the World Cup for soccer too? Or do they call it the World Cup for soccer too? Or go to Wimbledon. Whatever it is you want to do, you can do that. So other thing you think about is, what if you want to give back? I'm thinking right now what's going on overseas. I get emotional about it. Because you think about all the people that need help, supporting ministries that can help out people that are being attacked right now, right? Helping out people in other countries, helping build buildings. What about if you could travel these different places and help support that, or say, yeah, I'm gonna help, maybe I'll help support, financially. What if you could just take days off? What would you do? What do you enjoy for fun? Take an extra time off. Take 3-day weekends and 4-day weekends, until you get free. And then when you're free, then what would you do? Some people just want this. Some people just want extra sleep. Like, I just want a nap. I want to take some sleep. Other people are like, I like cars. These are some of my dream cars around here. So I put these cars in here because these are the cars that I like. Make your own dream board up. This is the Z06. Whoops. This is the back up. This is the Z06 here. This is the Corvette Z06. Amazing car. This is what I like to get for my wife. This BMW X6, which is pretty amazing. This thing just wants to move forward. And I'm pointing out different cars here. This is the M8 BMW. I love sports cars. I love fast cars. My wife's always like, slow down. I'm like, wait till I get my fast car. Anyway, so what about dream houses? So this is a house here locally that, once again, this is what we're claiming that house already. We're like, God, you built that house for us. We're claiming that house. This is a house that my daughter and her boyfriend found out in Colorado. It's a 20,000 square foot house. They said they want that house. I said, okay, we'll move in with you. No, but we're looking at that. I said, I'll race you to it. So I got a video on my channel showing this house. If you go to my YouTube channel, you'll see this house. It's about a 20-minute video of a tour of this amazing mansion in the mountains of Colorado, outside of Denver. Amazing. Some people like the idea of going to the Smoky Mountains or spending time there. In your country, wherever you're at, where do you like to go? I would love to have a lake house. That's one of my goals. Have a lake house up north. I'd love to be able to spend time up there. Right now, we're renting houses up there. I'd like to have a house up there. What about extras? What about spending time with these awesome people, Steve and Gina, right? Spending time with Renita and her husband. What's her husband's name again?
Scott.
Spending time with Mike and Sayu Hernandez. These are all the people here. Here's Ken and Diana Burke. This is just from this past weekend that they're at basically spending time with the senior presidential directors. We're not being left behind. We're going to be part of that crew, very, very shortly, which is fun. But once again, shopping or whatever it is you want, you get the pictures of the extras that you want. Put your pictures in a slide presentation and look at them on a regular basis. The biggest thing we talk about is ability to be an entrepreneur. We are now entrepreneurs. What's interesting, they talk about solopreneurs, where people are solo being an entrepreneur. They talk about people that are entrepreneurs. It's not a solopreneur. And basically we're entrepreneurs to the nth degree. We can build as big as we want. So who we're looking for are people that are coachable and motivated. The reason you're on here is because you're motivated. You want to do something different. You're saying, you know what? I'm willing to be coached. I'm willing to learn from some other people who have gone before us. We're humble to say, you know what? We've been in this industry a long time, but we're learning from Steve and Gina Merritt. Why? Because they've made over $50 million in this industry. You think we're not going to teach them or learn from them? They're not. I'm sitting at their feet going, okay, well, teach us. What do we need to do next? What do we need to do next? Men has been chatting with them all morning, making sure that all of our teams around the world can qualify for this Mexico, promotion. It's pretty awesome. So the next thing is, it's dream, goal, plan, effort. The first thing is defining your dream. The next thing is saying, what is my goal? Do you have targeted goals that you want to say? Are they smart? Are they accurate? Are they saying, is it something like, well, I'm going to be a senior presidential director next week?
We actually don't do anything about it. So, I mean, we can all say that with our mouths, but honestly, there need to be action steps that move in the direction of our goal.
Yep.
And it's small. How do you eat an elephant? They say one bite at a time.
We don't eat elephants. But
so the thing is, what does it take to get to senior presidential director? Start with manager.
And then help somebody
maintain.
do the same. Yep.
Then help 2 people get to manager, director. Then you director. Then help 2 other people, same side or different sides, get their directorship done. Then you senior director, and then make sure that you have enough volume, which takes you to executive, presidential, and senior presidential director. And you know what? I think that there are some of you on here that are ambitious enough, working out there, making it happen, soon to be senior director. And next year, by this time, I know you will be senior presidential directors.
Yep.
Because you have what it takes. And so we're here to help you. Yep. I mean, the goal, and then set the time. Set the time. Don't scout around on the outside there. Have the bullseye.
Yep.
Get it.
Yep.
Put the time in there.
Yes.
Like, when is it? Is it, no, well, maybe in a year. No, that's not good enough. Yep. What month and what year?
Yep. Yep.
What year?
Yep. And so right now, 90 days is the run for that. So the thing is, what's the game plan? We've already kind of spoke about the game plans. We talk about dream, goal, plan. The goal is the date. The plan of action is literally basically saying, okay, this is what the plan is. In the next 90 days, we're going to be senior director. We're going to have over 15,000 points on that. We're going to cover that, for a minimum of 2 weeks. And then the action. What are you doing daily? It's 3-3-1. Talk to 3 people a day. Some of you are overachievers. You can talk to, 30 people a day if you want to. So talk to 3 people, have your whole team doing 3 a day. Imagine if you had 10 people on your team, now you get 30 a day. What if you had 100 people on your team? Now you got 300 contacts happening every day. Then follow up, the fortunes and the follow-up. In fact, a friend sent it to me, he said a text message, and he sent me a text message, the fortunes and the follow-up. I'm like, exactly. And it's powerful. So where do you put it? I saw it anyway. So he sent me a picture of it. Anyway, so long story short on that is that, once again, what you're doing daily makes a difference. Talk to 3 people a day, follow 3 people a day, and get somebody on a Zoom. Well, have them experience the team. Get on the This Is It YouTube channel. This Is It Team YouTube channel, and watch the new videos that are just posted from the last conference. I shared this with a guy who's brand new, young, 18 years old. He goes, oh my gosh, he goes, I had no idea how big this is, because I showed him a video that's 20 minutes long.
He's brand new in the country.
Yep.
He's got family in Greece, family in Germany, friends,
yep.
and he's like, he's made a decision. He's going to build this big.
Yeah.
So his parents can't speak English. They live here in
they have a new Greek restaurant here in Sarasota. The interesting part about that, he will be with us in Mexico. I'm telling you that right now. He'll be with us. You'll get a chance to meet him. His name is Kelvy, Kalvi, because he's a sponge. He wants to learn as much as he possibly can. So again, the last thing is build 331. Understand this. Understand the system. It is so simple. It's so simple. Just share with people. If people say, "What do I say in here?" It's got step by step what you say, how you say it, everything else. So the last thing here, we want you to be financially free with us. We want you to be financially free. We did a thing at our networking meeting where basically they had the people dressing up. I said, I'll take the Uncle Sam suit because that represents freedom for us here in America. My wife just became an American citizen. So we want you to be financially free with us. We want you to win. So we're becoming financially free. We're helping others become financially free.
I'm not a dual citizen. I'm a tri-citizen. South Africa, Italy, and USA.
Yes. And so when we're an overachiever, you have citizenship in 3 countries.
Yeah.
I love it. So again, so that's it. We want to make sure that you understand that we're here for you. Any questions you guys have, we want to answer for you. We want you to build this huge. We don't want to think little. We want to think huge. Again, so what you want to do, I'm going to have this posted up on my YouTube channel. People that weren't on here today, get them, send them this so they can start writing down their dreams, their goals, their ambitions, so they can qualify for the Mexico trip. And then set a goal. How many people do I want in Mexico? How many people would I like to come with me? And if you say right now, oh, I can't go, there's no way I can go, stop that thinking. What did Meta say? Hung by the tongue. Say, how can I? How can I go? What can I do? Who are other people that like to go to Mexico? They've never been there before. I think, in my personal opinion, I think there's some people that could fly to Mexico and fly to US and spend time with us in the US while we're doing that. I still haven't talked to my wife about that. But if you're already flying, paying for a flight, it's a whole lot cheaper to fly to US while you're doing that too.
And just so that you know, Lifewave conference, they're planning on having one in South Africa. So we want to pack that place out.
Yeah, and we will be there.
Honestly, we're going to be there for the conference. We want to pack it out, and their eyes are on South Africa. We have enough senior directors and managers breaking that they want to be there. Okay, so we want you to know that we are rooting for you all, no matter where you are. Spain, UK, South Africa, New Zealand, Australia, we are rooting for you all. We want you all to join us. So first thing to do today, register for this, register for the conference in January. It's virtual. It's not going to cost you any airfare, not going to cost you hotel rooms. Get registered and then set your goal for senior director. Those of you who are not only managers, what's the next step? Director.
Do that.
Then get your senior director in place. Get it done. And do it before the end of this year.
So I should have put these last 2 at the very end. There it is. So these are the 2 different things you're going to want to do. Take a scan of this QR code. Let me move my thing out of the way here. So take a scan of this QR code, book your session for the it's $100. It's like nothing. I mean, literally, it's a virtual session, 10 hours of training. You're also going to get the recording of it. Those of you in South Africa and Europe, sometimes the time might be a little different. I'll be up all night. I'm telling you right now, because of the information you're going to want to get. So scan this one here, take your phone out, scan it so you can register for that like today, and then text us and say, hey, we're now registered. We had a bunch of people yesterday register. Hey, we're registered. It's like awesome. So the second thing that we want to do, because you want to get your tickets to that, but because of this, you want to basically put in today, right now, go take a picture of your back office because it says where you're at right now as far as what rank you're at. If you're just a brand partner, if you're a manager, a director, whatever level you're at, it'll say that right now, because the whole goal is they want to make sure that wherever you're at today, because you've got to be a senior director by the time. So scan that so you can register today, put in your information. We are your, if we're your personal sponsor, put this personal sponsor in that. They updated I was doing this with Brian today. Okay. Put that in there. Our senior presidential directors are Ken and Diana Burke. So Ken and Diana Burke are senior presidential directors.
And I'll send that to everyone so you can, but you want to register.
Yes, and register today, like right now.
Your decision to register for this and to send the picture of your back office indicates you're taking an action step. And that's a commitment. That's a decision. I'm going to do that. So honestly, if you do that, tell us about it, because we're going to help you get there.
Yeah, we don't want you kicking yourself and seeing pictures and videos of what we're doing. So the last thing in here is this. So this is what it takes. So get a picture of this here too, where we send this out. But right in there, it says exactly what you need to do. So becoming a senior director, attend to January. This is it. Have 8 personals on there. I'm telling you right now, by working with us on a day-to-day, week-to-week, month-to-month basis for the next 90 days, if you're not senior directors, because you're not doing anything. If you're willing to do things and willing to open your mouth and meet people and talk to people, guess what happens? I tell people right now to get every name off of your phone, out of your phone, off your Facebook, off of your Instagram, put it on a piece of paper, and let's start talking to all those different people, letting them know about this phenomenal technology that's changing people's lives. So again, we're done now. So we'll open up for any questions. I'm going to stop recording. Boom.